Check it. Oh, there we go. Good. Ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again, baby. Village Legends Podcast, episode 26. Seth Rogers, C Flash by my side, episode 26. Not that many greats wore 26, my brother. The best, Saquon Barkley. I hate to say it, but he's the best 26 of all time. Shout out to Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer. Shout out to Wade Boggs,
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. Shout out to Sean Taylor at the U, wore number 26 at the U. And that's about it on the 26 tip. Guys, welcome. We're going to take you around the world of sports for the past week. It's been some week. We got a lot to talk about today, my brother. Everything's going on. We'll start on a little bit of a somber note. I'll let you let them know what's going on, my brother.
Hello, my good people. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're gonna start this episode with a little sad note. I just want to we want to give and pay homage to the legends that two legends, I'll say, and a young fella that whose career was cut short this last week, I'll say. We're going to give rest in peace to ex-NFL commissioner Paul Tagliabue. He was 84 years old. He was the commissioner from 1989 to 2006. Notable accomplishments for those who didn't know who he was. He handled the labor peace, expansion of teams from 28 to 32. He was responsible also and involved with construction of 20 new stadiums, landmark TV deals, also the Rooney Rule, international growth, Super Bowl halftime shows, and mega acts. He was the commissioner again from 1989 to 2006, and those were his accomplishments in the times that he was there. He also groomed Roger Goodell to take his place and be his successor. Mr. Tagliabue, we wish you and your family well during your time of grief. And again, he's a Hall of Famer as well, folks. For those who don't know, Commissioner Tagliabue is a Hall of Famer. He was inducted, and again, to those in his family, we pay homage and our condolences.
Rest in peace, sir.
We want to also talk about, which is has been a really emotional subject, but it's also something for us to talk about, is the passing of the young NFL player from Dallas Cowboys, Marshawn Kneeland. He passed away on November 6th, 2025 from apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound after leading police on a chase that ended in a crash. Um, there's also so much more to that story as well. But as far as we know, it seems like it was suicidal. We want to also wish his family well in this time of grief, and we also respect your wishes. And um, I just personally want to talk about that when we're talking about these guys, and he was only 24 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that these babies, and I call them babies because we're grown men, are dying before their parents is rough. It's really rough. This just last week or last weekend, he recovered. I think it was a block punt or something like that.
Yeah, for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Or it was a muffled fumble from a sack, but he celebrated, went in there, got the ball, and it was a celebration with him and his team. Mm-hmm. Again, we need to pay homage, or not. No, we need to we need to recognize. I'm sorry, Village Legends Podcast viewers and listeners, and hear me clearly because this is a very delicate subject. We need to pay attention to mental health. It's real. Mental illness, it's real, and if you have anyone in your family or friends, that's let it be known that you're always available to them. Even your own children, you're always available. Keep your phone next to you. You never know who you could save. It could be a neighbor. You never know. And I hope that we could do this time. There are resources of a suicide hotline. Don't be prideful. Talk to someone.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Teammates, coaches, people you confide in, family, whoever's close to you, whoever you're close to. What else, my brother?
Also, we want to also pay respects to the great Lenny Wilkens. He coached in the NBA and he also was a player. He passed away on November 9th. He was 88 years old. Also a Hall of Fame inductee. As a coach, he won 1,332 wins, and his losses were 1,155 losses. At the time he had the most wins in the NBA when he was active, still coaching. Regular games coached. He had the most regular games coached in NBA history at 2,487. And in 1979, he coached the Seattle Supersonics to their first ever title.
Mm-hmm.
He was a 9-time NBA All-Star player. He is one of the few to be inducted as a player and a coach. So
he was the truth, Lenny.
Yes, he was, and well respected and well loved. RIP, coach. You will be missed, and to those to the Wilkins family, again, we pay homage and our condolences to your family.
Yes, sir. 9-time All-Star as a player. Impressive, Lenny. What team do you remember him with most? I mean, who was he coaching? The Hawks, really, right?
I believe Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
And then there was other teams also, but he to know that his longevity,
and bringing the title to Seattle
was amazing. So that was the great part about it all. With that was his longevity.
Teacher LaShawn says, guys, especially, please talk, and guys, please listen to each other. Don't brush off your homeboys. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Very true, for sure. So that it's a somber way to kick it off, of course, but we got to pay respects as always, as we do here on the Village Legends podcast. From there, we move on to some brighter notes for some, maybe not for others in the world of sports. My brother, NFL Week 10.
Mm-hmm.
A lot to talk about. A lot in the news just today, as a matter of fact. Talk to him, brother.
Well, to some of the New York Giant fans, the suffering has come to an end with the head coach. There's going to be more to follow, definitely after the season. But I had a feeling that after this loss that we suffered in Chicago, I felt that he was going to be fired on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
But they did it. They waited for him to get back, and they did their due diligence, and they did what needed to be done.
Yeah.
Coach Brian Dable of the New York Giants, formerly of the New York Giants, has been fired, canned, and kicked out of his position. He spent 4 seasons with us and went 21-41-1.
I know. Brutal. Trey says there's always next year, Giants.
So the interim coach at this time is going to be his offensive coordinator, Mike Kafka.
Listen,
I think we hear crickets on that one, because what did he do that we were going to put him in?
That's true.
That we're going to put him as interim head coach. So we go from one thing to worse. We've sunken, folks. We've sunken.
Man. I didn't even think about that point. You're right.
Kafka is horrible.
Well, at least they're calling him interim. You think they'll make a move this year, though? You think they'll replace him this
year?
No. Finish the season?
It seems like, and this is allegedly, sources say that General Manager Joe Schoen will be around. So he's going to be responsible for hiring a new coach. Okay. It seems like I said, allegedly, sources saying that John Mara and Steve Tisch, mainly John Mara, will be keeping Schoen on to look for a new head coach for us. And I say us because we're Giant fans. At the end of the day, we still love the NFL. We still love all NFL 32 teams. We still love them because we're fans, and we're going to talk about all sports. But this was a real brutal time for the New York Giants. The last time we made the playoffs was in 2022, and we exited the second round. But anyway, we are going to be in search for our 6th head coach since 2016. That is letting you know that we are in trouble.
No stability whatsoever.
And we need to understand that, folks, that we are in the gutter right now. Could be the laughing stock, but we're not. The Jets are going through something similar. All Jet fans. If y'all Jet fans are out there listening, listen, we're not bashing. We're not throwing no daggers.
They won. Good win for the Jets.
But at the end of the day, we cannot be in the metropolitan area and our teams suck. They literally suck.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping there's going to be some more moves. Dable will be the 2nd head coach fired during the season after Tennessee head coach Brian Callahan was fired and relieved of his duties as well. We got to get rid of these bum ass coaches. When you get to the
how you really feel.
When you get to the professional level, college is different. I have a little bit of a soft spot for college coaches.
Yeah.
But when you're in the NFL and you can't get these guys to do something that you've been groomed to do, you got to go, man.
Time to go.
There's no more excuses.
Sir.
So also we're going to talk about the situation that has happened this year alone. We are, Jackson Dart from the Chicago game. Jackson Dart is a talented young rookie quarterback who has a future with us, and I feel so excited with him. He passed for 242 yards. Okay, passed 2 touch. I think he ran for 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, and he is our future.
Oh yeah, no question.
I mean, that's all I can say. Like, the young boy is he comes with grit. And he comes with toughness.
No question. And I think something you mentioned to me before the show is one of the things on Dable was that he was putting, if I'm not mistaken, Dart in too many dangerous situations. Correct. Right?
Yes.
Can't
4 concussions.
Can't do that to the kid.
4 concussions this year. There's no way somebody's going to survive, especially if he just came out of college. That's crazy. So, there has to be changes, folks. I heard there was listening to all the and watching the ESPN too as well, and all the other sports shows. There was some mixed feelings about Dable being fired, and I'm like, what else? What else? What are we missing? What are we missing?
I don't listen. Everybody was excited when he first came on board, right? It wasn't.
Yeah.
He might have even been coach of the year his first year, if I'm not mistaken.
He
but
I think it was his first or his second year.
Yeah, and so we had what we thought was a bright future. Now, like you always say, it's not all on him, right? Because ownership had a lot to do with that, right?
Yes, ownership plays a part, and you know why they play a part is because ownership didn't spend the money that they were supposed to spend to go get these players. We've been struggling with an offensive line for how long? For how long? We didn't even have we got a number one receiver, and look where he's at. Malik Neighbors is sitting down healing with his knee.
Yeah.
Because we used him so much.
QT says, poor Giants. Y'all need to bring back LT. Giants general manager has to go as well from Pop. We feel the same. We've been saying that since last year, so we definitely see that.
But we got to use them. We got to use the general manager to go get us a head coach because there's so many head coaches out here right now. They're sitting, they waiting. They're drooling from the mouth to get a call from an NFL team. They want another shot because of the ones that are out there right now. Hey, I'll tell you right now, to be clear, a lot of people might feel some type of way on what I'm saying on this, but I'm gonna come out and say it anyway. I wouldn't be shocked if John Gruden is on the list.
I can see that.
John Gruden, I can see him being on a list of
nice.
Candidates to come to be the New York Giants head coach.
I'm taking that.
I'm
riding with Chucky. Let's rock, Chucky.
We understand his situation, and we understand the stuff that they was trying to say that it wasn't they were trying to say, it was factual stuff that he had on his emails and everything. Listen, he's been punished. He lost some money, and it is what it is.
It is what it is. Look at this, my brother. We got a special guest chiming in.
All right.
Calling in on the hotline here.
All right.
It's a village legend himself. It's my brother, Big T, our brother,
yes.
Big T, a fellow member of the 2011 World Champion AAA Wood Bat Lodi Royals. What up, my brother, Big T?
What up, Big T?
I'm far from a legend, gentlemen. Just happy to talk to you. I love you. It's been nothing but love since 87.
Probably 87 for us.
Around there.
Probably around there.
Around
Maybe
there.
even earlier. Yes, amazing, my brother. Well, Big T, we know, of course, we're in the NFL segment, and you called the perfect time. We're talking about what could have been. Like our Giants are going through it. Your team, which is the Las Vegas Raiders, they're going through it on their own, my brother. Have you been watching every game? What do you think? What's been going on with them?
So, my kids are involved in this too. I'm sorry that I did that to them. But, it's been about 22 years of suffering.
Oof. That's worse than us.
Well, you guys get a Super Bowl every once in a while.
That's right.
It's just we got Geno Smith. We thought we were going to have a good year. The offensive line got banged up.
It's been
games.
Yeah.
T, would you say it's definitely been a rough year for injuries throughout the NFL?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
I think that's because of the lack of contact with practices, everything being so limited.
That's a good point, Big T. It's good stuff, my brother.
They really made it to the point where player safety is, the top priority, which is awesome, except player safety isn't going to be at the forefront if they don't get hit. When they finally do get hit, then they're hurt.
Yeah.
It's a great point, man. Remember, they always used to teach us, you got to run full speed or you're going to get hurt out there.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I see, too. I mean, honestly, I think the NFL season, especially with some of the stars going down, a lot of the stars went down. I know you guys are plagued by injury. I know the Giants was plagued by injuries. so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we would assume that the drafting would take place of these injuries that have fallen upon our teams. Ownership it starts a lot. And you guys you got a whole new coach, which is a legendary Pete Carroll. And again, I just wish that things would have been a lot different than what we're seeing right now today.
Yeah, I mean, we lost half our offensive line. If you recall, week one, we actually dominated the Patriots in New England.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and Cole Miller goes down, Jackson Powers Johnson goes down. Gentry's getting hit in the backfield on every single play.
Yeah,
He's
it's
still
tough.
spinning off to make stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is running for his life, and people forget though his whole career he's been when he's under duress he's throwing it up to DK Metcalf, and he's either catching the ball and going for a touchdown or knocking it down. Those plays are now interceptions.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff, my brother T. How you feel? I mean, listen, you got Pete Carroll. Is the future bright? You got anything on the horizon? What do you think?
I think if we can retool the offensive line and we can keep adding to the defense, I think you can never be as a Raider fan. You can never be optimistic.
It's tough.
How do you feel about Tom Brady being part of the organization, T?
I think like Derek Jeter always said, he said I can't coach or I can't be in the GM box because I can't expect players to do things that I can do because I was different.
Okay.
So Tom Brady, there's never going to be another Tom Brady. So he expects excellence out of everybody and everybody to be as dedicated to their craft as he was. And you just don't find that every single day. You got kids that are, I mean, even in high school, these kids are spoiled.
Yes, they are, T. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that out, my brother. Thank you.
Big T, one last thing, my brother. Tonight's ball game, we got Green Bay and Philly. Who you got tonight, bro?
I think whoever has the ball last is gonna win it. I think
close game.
I think we're gonna see an overtime game. Philly's got that
wow,
that, whatever you want to call it. My son calls it something I won't say on the air, but they all get behind him and push him. It's like a rugby scrum. So every third and short they get, so they'll be able to move the ball a lot. But Green Bay's young and upcoming, and they haven't paid their receivers yet, so they got all that cap where they were able to get their defense to the point where they can spend almost $100 million on the defensive side. So
that's good.
They're going to stay in it, and I see an overtime game. Obviously, with the new overtime rules coming into the regular season, I think whoever has the ball last in overtime, whether it be the first team scores a touchdown, the other team comes down and gets a touchdown with a 2-point conversion, or somebody gets a pick and kicks a field goal.
And it's a wrap.
I see it being a really good game.
Awesome, brother. Folks, you heard it here first. Village legend Big T on the check-in. My brother, great to hear from you. Always a pleasure. You got to come back on, talk some more football, my man.
Absolutely. Can I give a quick shout out?
Absolutely.
That's right, T.
Go for it.
Tyler and Allison.
Absolutely.
I love you guys and my babies. I actually had both of them while I was a Lodi Royal.
That's right.
Remember?
Absolutely.
And,
always a Lodi Royal. Always.
Yeah. And a quick story: the day after Tyler was born, we had that double header against the Yankees that I couldn't come to because Tyler had a little trouble when he was born, and that was when Phil Doherty in the doubleheader pitched 2 complete games.
Oh yes, at Eastside High School, or no, Kennedy High School. 17 innings, I believe he pitched. I'm sure he's telling that story in heaven right now.
Yeah.
Phil Doc. My man, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Big T, thank you, Village legend.
All right, gentlemen, keep doing great things.
Thanks, brother.
T,
We'll
all
talk to you
love,
soon.
T.
Peace.
Love you guys.
Love you, brother.
Peace.
That's Big T on the check-in. We'll have Village Legends check in all the time. He's a big Raiders fan, so he gives you the Raiders talk. Let's real quick go to the comments. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Heard Joe Burrow's name being thrown around for a trade next season. I heard that too. New Jersey Jets. Ooh. Imagine Burrow on the Jets. Burrow's back to practice. He hopes to return for Thanksgiving game.
I don't think Joe Burrow would want to go to a team where he's going to get killed.
Yeah, no, but
why would he go to a worse situation?
But, I mean, it's a trade. Can he stop the trade? I don't know.
I believe he has that, and maybe in a clause. A lot of the players today have a no trade clause, or if they accept it. So Joe Burrow is a superstar. So I don't particularly see him going to a bum team. Joe will sit out for a whole season. Let's make that clear, folks. He'll sit out for a whole season.
QT says, I bet you Bill Parcells will come back. He's only 84. Joey Ruger fired Joe Schoen already, man. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's saying Green Bay 27-21. Phil D, rest in peace. Yes, indeed. And please sit Aaron Rodgers down. Yeah, it's getting about that time. We love the comments. Keep them coming. Anything else in the NFL, my brother? I know you want to touch on your power rankings this week.
Yes, I am. But also keep in mind today's Monday Night Football game, the Eagles are favored to win by 2. If I'm reading that right. Yeah, the Eagles are favored to win by 2 tonight, folks. And over and under is 45. We'll see. 8:15 start. Eagles and the Packers tonight. Eagles 6-2. Packers are 5-2-1.
I got the Eagles. Ooh, look at Real Estate Jesse checking in. Bill Belichick for Giants coach. Oh, we didn't even think of that.
I don't know if Bill. I don't know if they want Bill to come back to the NFL. Jess, I just Belichick is. I don't know. I think he ran his course.
His girl might probably love it though. Anyway, what else we got, my brother?
What were we on, Seth?
NFL. You had a couple more things before we got to your rankings.
So everyone, I do this week to week because it's the NFL season. I think this is my own personal opinion of the power rankings. I'm going to go with number 1, the Indianapolis Colts. Number 2, the Rams. Number 3, the Patriots. Number 4, the Packers. And number 5, the Lions.
Ooh. Wow. It's amazing right now with the NFL that anybody you ask will have a different top 5.
Yes, they will.
It's amazing because I got New England at number 1 on my ranking.
Okay. Well, they're 8-2 right now.
Yeah, 7 in a row, 5-0 in the road.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams, I'm with you. The Rams are on fire. Stafford's having an outstanding season.
Yeah, congratulations to Matthew Stafford. He passed for 400 TDs in his career.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's going
first ballot.
He's going. Yep. Denver's also won 7 in a row. They're probably on a lot of people's top 5 right now. Jonathan Taylor rushed for 244 this week.
Jonathan Taylor is having a phenomenal year, and we knew that he was going to be special when he was playing at Wisconsin. The kid was just unbelievable. Also, real quick, we want to talk real fast.
Hold up, real quick. Pop says that's more than a rumor about Bill. They're talking about taking his $50 million contract at North Carolina and giving it to the Giants. I'll take him. I hated him, but I'll take him.
It's how is he going to gel with the younger players today? And if Bill can come back to the NFL,
I want to say something.
Go ahead. Listen.
All right. His girlfriend's like 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you Bill's trying to keep himself young. He's probably got the earbuds on. He's probably got Bad Bunny in his ear. I'm telling you, Bill is coming, baby. Let's go, Bill.
Oh man,
let's go, baby.
Listen, we need something right now. So I'm not gonna rule it out. But we need something, some type of drive, some type of excitement for New York Giants football. We need something.
Yes.
And for Bill to come back home, woo! Woo!
Bill was a New York Jets coach for 20 seconds. He'll never come back to New York. We'll see. How about Danny Dimes? That boy's on fire. Yes, he's on fire. He is. We were talking about that before the show. He's matured. Right? He's in his prime, like you said, and he's in a good system for him.
Yes,
he's doing things. He's doing big things.
He's around. Just before he went to the Colts, folks, he was a backup in Minnesota, so he was around two good offensive-minded head coaches, and he's with the one right now currently. So I'm not shocked at what I'm seeing. Daniel went to a team that was already completed on offense. They have a hell of an offensive line led by the guard and the captain of that line, Nelson. So just to let you guys know, that team was already established. They were just missing a quarterback, and their defense is all right too. Just real quick on more of the NFL news, President Trump was in attendance on Sunday to watch Washington versus the Lions. The president's welcome wasn't really well received by the whole stadium. They booed him
heavily.
And for those who don't know, this has been in the headlines in the news. Trump wants the Washington Commanders' new stadium, which is going to be worth $3.7 billion, estimated worth, to be named after him. It's going to be the Commanders are going to be paying $2.7 billion, and DC will be paying $1 billion. So I don't know how I feel towards that. As long as he's
whatever.
Hey.
Listen, they lost. He was like the first sitting president to go to a regular season game since like back in the day. I want to say like Eisenhower. I might be wrong, but I'm talking like that era.
Way back in the day.
Which is pretty crazy. They lost to the Lions. By the way, after the loss, Dan Quinn says the defensive coordinator's out and he's taking over the role. So he's going to be head coach and defensive coordinator.
Yeah, well,
for the Commanders.
They've been taking some charges also on the Lions side. That game alone, head coach Dan Campbell took the play calling over that game.
Oh wow!
Yes,
look at that.
Yes, so
a lot of moving parts.
These coaches are not playing, folks. They know the pressure's on them.
A lot of moving parts.
They don't want to get fired.
Yes, indeed. So that's right. So they got whooped 44-22. By the way, whoever gives Trump the thing to read, maybe go over it first before he goes, because he goes I and then he goes state your name. No, Mr. President, you're supposed to say I, Donald Trump or President Trump, not I state your name. But maybe check it out beforehand. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all good.
Cheers to that one.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that. All good. What else we got, my brother? Anything else in the NFL, my brother?
Believe nope, just the Power 5 rankings that I mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
and that's it.
All right, my brother.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Got something?
Real quick, one because we also mentioned the Colts, but I want to talk about Jonathan Taylor real fast. He's at 1,139 rushing yards this season, and he holds the Colts all-time rushing TD record at 65. Yesterday's game put him at he hit 244 yards and 3 TDs. So JT, keep balling, my brother. Keep balling.
Jimmy Carter was the last president. So you're talking 40, 45, maybe 50 years, 45, 50 years ago, the last sitting president. That poison pill contract is crazy. What else we got? Right. So from the NFL, my brother, you ready to move on? We'll move on to Major League Baseball. A lot of stuff to talk about. We got an interesting topic on hand today for the folks. We also want to talk about some disturbing news. Gambling pops up in sports again, brother. This time in Major League Baseball.
Yes.
Tell the folks what's going on, my brother.
Well, the two pitchers.
Yeah, the two pitchers. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Yes.
I'll tell the folks what's going on. Guardians, Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz. Dude, they're facing up to 65 years in prison for their involvement in fixing games. These guys were actually betting on specific pitches. Yeah. Like this pitch is going to be a ball or this pitch is going to be a strike. That's crazy. And like $5,000 to like $7,500 a pitch.
Yeah.
Now, these guys are millionaires just from their major league contracts.
Yes.
So one pitch, we're not talking one pitch. They weren't doing this for $5,000 for $7,000.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about. They must have done this for many, many pitches, bro. Like many games worth. This is crazy what's going on.
And they're going back, Seth, all the way to 2023. So yes, this is stuff that was already planned and already operated. So we can't sit there and say, oh, well, hey, they're being targeted. No, they're not. Listen, they're cracking down on these illegal.
They're coming down hard on these guys,
on these players, these player athletes that are doing dives and doing all types of stuff. It becomes a domino effect. We've seen what happened with the NBA. It's trickling down to a lot of sports, and we have more to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's just it's insane.
Yeah, put a cap on that for now, because there's another sport involved in that we'll get to in a little while. But yeah, these guys are facing 65 years, no joke. Now, Luis Ortiz claims that he has no involvement. He's denying all involvement. He says the accusations are ludicrous, so he's going to have to prove himself now,
And we all know, if the feds are coming after you, they have the evidence.
They have something.
They have something on you. They're not going to just waste their time and come for you. If the feds are coming, or if they know something, that means you need to be shaking in your boots.
Yeah,
because they have the evidence.
It's pretty crazy. Unfortunately, this isn't nothing new. There will be so much more fixed tennis, golf, volleyball, money talks.
Oh, wow. Yes.
I mean, I can't deny it. Is it really worth it? Not. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you're not going to do one pitch a game for $5,000 when your next paycheck is like $35,000 that next week, you know what I mean? So, it had to be very, very extensive, which is unfortunate for the game we love like that, which is crazy, man.
I mean, because like I said, once they really get these guys in the interrogation room and they're there with their lawyers and everything, they're going to show them the evidence they have.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before they start singing.
Yeah. And Ruger's right. They're going to make an example out of them. They are. If they throw the book at them, I mean, if 65 is the max, I got to say these guys are doing at least 10 to 15, at least, I would say, just from seeing that. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, what else we got in Major League Baseball, my brother?
MLB. What do we got going on? So, those who don't know that haven't really checked out the series, Alex Rodriguez, known as A-Rod, has a documentary series on HBO Max. It's talking about more of his life and what A-Rod has experienced, and I guess maybe just his day-to-day operations and all that other stuff.
It's called Alex versus A-Rod. It's on HBO Max. It's a series. They've only shown one episode so far. So go ahead, carry on, my brother.
His ex-wife has went on, and the mother of his two daughters was quoted saying she felt sorry for him because she believes his personality was stunted due to all his consuming focus on baseball from a young age. I don't look at that too much as a dagger. That's just her true feeling. Alex Rodriguez, it's just like when you're a superstar in sports or anything, there's two people. There's two personalities. There's that Alex Rodriguez and there's the A-Rod. Even from the times that we see him on Fox Sports now, folks, you just see an A-Rod that is in and out. He just seems like he has to transform into someone else. And I wouldn't mind seeing the real A-Rod, because a lot of these guys that come on TV as analysts now and former athletes, they seem comfortable in their skin. I don't see that from A-Rod.
That's a great point by you. I would say he's never really seemed comfortable in his skin, and maybe that has a lot to do with it, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Full disclosure to the audience and the fans, I know A-Rod's brother. I go way back with him, and I do know members of his family. I was pretty tight with one of his boys for many years, still am. So with that being said, I don't know A-Rod though. I don't know him. So whatever the commenting is from the wife, she may know more than anyone, the ex-wife. Who knows? He does come off inauthentic at times. He comes off disingenuous. But I think because of the way he grew up, I would argue that because of the way he grew up and because he had all that pressure on him, I think this is who he is.
Okay.
I think this is who he is. But I think that the person that he portrays or that he comes off as is somebody who is not really sure, is trying to figure it out, is trying to put himself in the mix. Is, you know what I mean? Is just trying to be a part of something maybe. Go ahead.
I mean, how can you shake something that you're used to?
It's tough.
A-Rod's 50, he's 50 years old. He's 50 years old, so he's not gonna be able to shake that.
But here's my thing. I don't know if he's unhappy with himself. So we are making this commentary, but A-Rod's a multi-millionaire. He could be perfectly happy in his own skin. No, yes. But we don't know that.
He has ownership with the Timberwolves.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing I would say to about his ex-wife's comment is it did not stop A-Rod from making money outside of baseball, even though baseball was his entire life. Whether he has good management, good people behind him, whatever the case may be, he has found ways to make many dollars off of the baseball diamond with different, with his own company, with the Timberwolves stuff, with a lot of adventures that he's in. So, like I said, go ahead.
Real quick, says I'm not trying to make it seem like that he's sad.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is, how people put makeup on.
Yeah.
And they
right.
take that makeup off.
Right.
That's how I see him.
Right.
He puts the makeup on top of a mask.
I hear you.
Okay. And then he takes it off.
Right.
And then he puts it right back on.
Well, so my only comeback to that is I don't see him when he takes it off. I'm not there.
Yeah.
So I can only go by what I see. And to me, I feel like this is kind of just who he is. Probably, maybe in his personal life too. Maybe this is just how he comes off to everybody,
and that's the reason why I see the comment that his ex-wife
but
made.
Again, because we're contemplating, is he comfortable in his own skin or not? I don't know. He could be very happy with himself. He could be the most. And listen, you got to have confidence to be at his levels of everything he's done in his life. So you got to have some form of self-confidence in you to get where you're at. So, but yeah, it's an excellent topic, guys. Let us know what you think about that. Do you like A-Rod? Do you not? I mean, he's a beast. 4th all time in RBIs. That is no slouch. 4th all time in RBIs. 295 career average. 696 home runs. Leads us back to your other question. Will he ever make the Hall?
Him, Barry Bonds, and Roger Clemens. We leave it to the viewers and the listeners. That is a question of today. Will we ever see Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, and Roger Clemens make the Hall of Fame while they're still alive?
The 3 best of their era, the 3 best of their era, probably unquestionably.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Bonds, no doubt. It's pretty crazy. One day they'll make it, but will they be alive to see it?
Yeah, and is
the question.
Yeah.
Is the question, my brother. Great topic, guys. Let us know what you think. Leave your feedback. Let us know your thoughts on the Village Legends podcast overall. Real quick, I'm gonna mention some awards in the major leagues. It is award season. We'll keep you posted on the big awards. Next generation is more forgiving. Yes, they are. That's true. So MLB awards. First off, shout out to Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts wins his first Roberto Clemente Award. Fantastic. That, of course, is for extraordinary character, community involvement, philanthropy, and just overall positive contributions to society. Mookie's one of my faves.
Mookie's a good dude.
Good dude. Struggled a little bit in the postseason, but when it counted, he came through.
Yeah.
He came through. He's one of the reasons they won the World Series. Your daughter checks in. Have a great podcast. That's awesome. So, yeah, shout out to Mookie Betts. The other awards that have come out are the Gold Glove Awards.
Yes.
9 first-time winners this year. So shout out to all those guys. I'm not going to name all 18, all 20 Gold Glove winners because they give utility guys Gold Gloves too, but I'll give you a couple of good ones. Dylan Dingler, Tigers catcher, wins his first Gold Glove, joins Pudge Rodriguez, Lance Parrish. He's a really good catcher on the Tigers. So he joins those guys in that list of greats.
Well deserved.
Detroit, absolutely. Let's see. Patrick Bailey, San Francisco Giants catcher, gets his second. Matt Olson gets another one at first base for the Braves. Kansas City, left side of the infield, Bobby Witt Jr. wins his, I think his 3rd in a row.
Bobby's
a beast. And Michael Garcia, the 3rd baseman, wins his first. So that left side of the infield is locked down for Kansas City. On the other side in the National League, Mason Wynn wins his first as a shortstop. Dude throws 97 across the diamond, 96. BBs across the diamond. He's only 23 years old, the youngest Cardinal to ever win the Gold Glove, even younger than Ozzie Smith, amazingly. The fifth youngest shortstop to ever win the award at 23. PCA, my boy Pete Crow Armstrong wins his first in center field for the Cubs. Sedan Rafaela, the great rookie from the Red Sox, wins his first. Stephen Kwan, whose name's been thrown in the Mets mix a little bit. I would love to see Stephen Kwan on the Mets. He's a doubles machine for the Guardians, and he's 4 seasons in the majors, 4 Gold Gloves in left field. So shout out to him.
Kwan did his thing also when he was in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rest in peace, Nick Mangold, his guy. Yeah, that rest in peace, Mangold. We talked about him last week. Absolutely.
Yeah.
A couple more real quick. Fernando Tatis wins his second Gold Glove in right field. Another name that I heard today with the Mets. I'll take him. Great job by Fernando accepting the move to right field. He's one of the best right fielders in baseball. Great job, Fernando.
Listen, at this point, Fernando, whatever position you want to play, if you want to come
on down.
Any position, the Mets are open for you, brother.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Max Fried on the Yankees takes home a Gold Glove. Logan Webb on the Giants takes home a Gold Glove, my brother.
Max Fried had a good season.
He did. And another couple good names, Marcus Semien and Nico Horner, the second base winners, both multiple-time winners, my brother. Anything else in Major League Baseball, my brother? I think that's about it.
No, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. We got a good show going. We're 46 minutes in. We got some fight talk to get to, my brother.
Yes,
we got some fight talk. A lot of stuff going on in the fight world, my brother. Talk to
him. Just some real stuff that to piggyback what I talked about last week when we talked with boxing, that this month of boxing is really hot. Of course the major news was Tank and Jake Paul being canceled. To me, I'm sure that the reason why was because of Tank being sued civilly by Lamont Roach and his people because backing out of the contract, I'll say, and you in anything, if you sign on a dotted line, let's keep it a buck. No, you owe me some money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Tank was talking as if like that was okay. That's not okay. If you sign on a dotted line, no, we were supposed to fight at a particular date, and you backed out to go fight somebody else. Come on, you've lost your mind. So I would be doing the same thing. A lot of people might feel differently, but no, that's my way of getting back at you.
Jake Paul ripped him pretty good. Called him unprofessional. Said everything to him. By the way, Jake Paul went after Francis Ngannou after that, and Ngannou was like, "You don't want none of this."
But here's the thing, though. Why did Jake go after Tank? Because at the end of the day, Tank didn't back out. Tank had to back out because of the lawsuit.
Yeah.
So what were you trying to accomplish by saying all of these things that you could have said during the fight promotional, and you didn't?
No, he didn't. But hey, listen, he chose to come out with it and say what he said. I don't know.
I mean,
we'll never see that fight. It'll never happen now.
I'm happy it's not.
Yeah, we're better off.
You know, I hope that once that Tank and they come to some type of resolution, Tank will get back into what he knows best, which is where he's supposed to be at, and you give Lamont Roach that rematch, because you know what, you can't run forever, brother. You can't run forever. I think Lamont was going to beat you in that rematch anyway.
Miss Ione says Clarissa Shields signed an $8 million deal. Yes, she did. She signed a multi-fight contract for $8 million.
Yes, congratulations, Clarissa.
Yes. Shout out to you. That's groundbreaking stuff right there. Good stuff for Clarissa.
And well deserved. Clarissa, right now you are on top of women's boxing. You're the face of women's boxing.
You talked about her a lot.
Stop calling out Layla Ali. There's no need for you to keep calling her out. If Layla wants it, she'll come.
You know what it is?
At the end of the day, I don't know if Layla wants it.
I don't know either, but I understand where Clarissa's coming from, because she wants competition. She don't really got nobody to fight right now. Yeah. So I kind of get it. I understand where she's coming from. She wants to fight the best, and she's like, where they at? But her contract will, and this is why I love this, her contract will motivate young ladies out there to get into the boxing game.
Yes.
And this will make the sport better for women. It's going to be awesome.
Jake Paul, shout out to you, because you have, with your MVP promotions, you have put on a lot of women that are on a come up to boxing, and there's a lot of ladies that owe their career to you right now. So I do pay homage to you on that, Jake Paul.
Give him props. Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yes, sir. What else in the fight game, my brother?
So, recently, checking out things on social media, and it comes to light. Oscar De La Hoya had some things to say about Dana White. And those who don't know who Dana White is, he runs the UFC, okay, mixed martial arts, and Dana White and UFC is under investigations by the FBI, looking into fighters taking dives. Now, as you know, Oscar is very
outspoken,
and the former Hall of Fame, the Hall of Famer Oscar De La Hoya. Loves to prove his point. And he came out there on, I think, X or whatever it was, and he was saying, I told you, gloating and everything. Yeah. So, we're going to see how far that goes, because once again, it becomes a domino effect, folks. The FBI is coming down hard on these professional athletes that have been taking dives to get this money.
It's happening all across the sports world. We've been talking about it here. Now, Dana claims that he is the one who initiated this whole thing.
Yeah.
That he called the FBI because he suspected people of fixing fights in his organization. This is Dana's claims. So this is all alleged stuff. We'll see what happens when it happens. When we'll talk about it.
Well, I'll say this, and I'll go on record in saying this. Dana White is in cahoots and good standing with President Trump. So I don't see this being a big story for much longer. For all those that are listening to me, I'm giving you a message. I don't see it being a big story much longer. Also in boxing, shout out to Virgil Ortiz for winning his fight in the second round, beating Lubin. And that was, I believe, for the junior. It was a junior middleweight fight. Virgil Ortiz, I believe, is the WBC 154 pounder champion. And now that after the fight, Jerron Boots Ennis came into the ring and said, "Hey, let's get this going." And enough said. So, a lot of these fighters now are stepping up. They want the big money, and they want their legacy to go bigger than what it is. So they will be fighting sometime next year. We don't know when, but it'll probably be on DAZN.
All right. That's that in the fight game, my brother. We're getting close to wrapping it up here, folks. Thanks for hanging with us. Awesome episode 26 coming at you. Anything else in the fight world?
No, that's pretty much it. So,
all right.
No, that's it, bro.
All right, you got it. Real quick, NBA. Shout out to my Knicks. Last week I was ripping them. They were 3-3 for being inconsistent. This week they're 6-3. So holla at them. 3-0 this week. They whooped the Nets yesterday, 134-98. Ooh, that's always nice to see. It could have been worse, but they let them get back in it a little bit at the end.
Damn.
And shout out to your team, SGA and the OKC Thunder. They're 10-1.
No. Correction. Hold on. He stands corrected. Let's clear this up. I don't have a team in today's NBA.
Right.
We're just fans.
Mm-hmm.
There will never, ever be the Chicago Bulls that won
the 90s.
In the 90s. And they won in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be clear. That will always be my heart. All right? Michael, Scotty, Horace, Bill Cartwright, BJ Armstrong. The list goes on. Coach Phil Jackson, because of the triangle.
At the end.
Yes. And you know what? Worm. They call him Dennis Rodman.
Tony Kukoc.
We could add him too. Hall of Famers that played real basketball. So you know what? Again,
excuse me.
I have to stand and correct my brother Sess. We not going there.
All right. Guys, thanks again for hanging with us. I think we're going to wrap it up now. We'll give you real quick birthdays in the world of sports today. Happy birthday to Kendrick Perkins, former NBA baller, former NFL receiver from the 90s. Isaac Bruce, happy birthday to him. And happy birthday to one of your favorite Mets of all time, Butch Husky. Happy birthday, Butch. My brother, take the people out as only you can. Talk to them.
As always, folks, have a blessed week. Be safe, and always think sports.
Peace.